What is going on? What is going on, YouTube? Shout out to my new and old and my TikTok family. With no further ado, got a banger right here, y'all. This is women raging because they're hitting the wall. Listen, we're not basking in anyone's agony, but we all know that they're being dramatic, okay? So, ladies, stop trying to chop it up in the comments, trying to say that we're sadistic or whatever. No, these women are being dramatic. It's not that serious. And at any point in time, they can stop dating dudes. Anyway, no further ado, let's get it.
I have never had a boyfriend.
Please stop telling women in their late 20s, early 30s that time's a ticking.
No.
You better get on it.
No. No.
If you're single, wow, you might be. If you're 30, what we are doing now as a society is forcing and pretty much like putting so much pressure on women my age to just find someone and get children going because you're just getting older.
We're not making them do anything. You can stop dating. We would like you to stop talking about men and dating if you're not dating, but we're not making you do anything. We could care less. As a matter of fact, we don't want you.
Saturday morning, I would get so irritated because he would start making pancakes. I'm sitting there now watching Milo like I've been doing all week. Mm-hmm. And so we had to have this conversation where I was like, on Saturday mornings, can you not make pancakes? Like, can you not make a big breakfast? Like, Milo can have toast. Don't do laundry. You're not going to cut the grass, because then I'm stuck doing what I've been doing all on paper. It might look good. Like, oh, he's cleaning and making breakfast. Like, so nice. And it's funny because every time I make a TikTok about something like that, people are like in the comments, like, what a terrible woman. Like, her poor husband, like, he can't do anything right. And I'm like, no, it's literally just like understanding your needs and vocalizing that to your
Gentlemen, you can never win.
Partner.
So when your husband has to do everything because you won't, you shame him on TikTok for not meeting your needs by having coffee with you. But you won't even meet his needs by doing your part.
The last time I was single, I was 24 and the dating pool was everyone. And now it's like a shallow puddle of age-appropriate men who are old and gross, and I don't want to do that.
So I turned 30 in like 6 weeks, and I've been single my whole life, and I don't really know of any other people who are in the same position. I've got people who are like, oh my God, I've been single for
Hey, what's going on, sweetheart? What's going on? How you been?
so long, like, you know, it's been like 3 years since my partner broke up with me, and I'm there like, I never had a partner. I've been single for 30 years. I turned 30 on Friday. I've never.
She almost slipped that by me because, you know what I'm saying, one of my, favorite followers are in here. Man, this woman says she's 30. Did I miss something? Wait a minute. Did I miss something here? This is what 30 looks like? Oh, I'm sorry. Wait a minute. She had an accent, didn't she?
And people always say
Yeah. That's a European 30. Absolutely, yeah.
to me like, oh my God.
Actually, she's looking really good for European 30.
God, you must be the problem. Like, if you've been single this long, you haven't found the one, you've not found the right partner. Like, what are you doing?
You've been better. What's going on, sweetheart? You know what I'm saying? I hope everything's all right.
Wrong. And I have an analogy for you. I'm just obviously not in my love era. I'm in my dating era. I've dated a lot. I've got a lot of stories, but I just haven't found my person yet, or some of my people. I think we've got multiple.
Listen. This whole, she dated a lot. That means that she got passed around a lot. You know what I mean? She got passed around. She has not been celibate.
Soulmates or persons for us, but haven't found any of them, and that's okay. That doesn't make me a bad person. That doesn't mean I'm doing anything wrong. That doesn't mean there's something wrong with me. It just means that's the way the cookies crumbled.
Yes, it does mean something's wrong. Acting like there's nothing wrong will only keep you down the same path, and nothing will change. You said it yourself. You've been actively dating for years, yet you still haven't found your person.
As a late 20s, going into my 30s, single girly, I'm struggling.
The wall's approaching.
I am battling between, yes, girl, you're so super independent. Like, go off. Yeah, have your high standards. And then I'm struggling between, like, I need a man. But how does one do that? Because dating apps ain't it.
She needs a man.
They ain't it. Does your girl get lower standards? Does she keep them high forever and then just use
Thank you for the share,
what's in
sweetheart.
her
I
nightstand?
appreciate
Or
you.
does someone eventually just pop up? You know, like, I'm struggling.
You're struggling.
This is for all of the single ladies that are.
My brothers, she's struggling. Hey, she's speaking, like she said, for a lot of single women. They want to be independent and strong, but they also want to be the big or little spoon in the bed. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you, you know what I'm saying? We out here doing what we do, you know what I mean? Looking good too. They're just like, oh, I'm telling you, they're holding strong, but the flesh is weak. Let's go.
Are struggling between staying strong, being independent, and then also just wanting it.
Yeah, you want it. Yeah, you want it.
If you're like me, I feel you.
We've basically told a great generation of young women, don't get married, don't have kids, go get a corporate job, and it's created mass political hysteria. And then in their early 30s, they get really upset because they say, you know, the boys don't want to date me anymore because they're not at their prime. And people get mad when I say that. Well, it's just true. If you're in your early 30s, I'm sorry. It's like you're not as attractive in the dating pool as you were in the early 20s. But again, you have your corporate job and cats, so I thought, you know.
It's absolutely unhinged to me. You want to know what's crazy to me is that men get to date me and they get to flex, okay? They get to flex and be like, oh, like, that's the girl that I'm dating. They get to take me out. They get to have boys come up to them and be like, oh, my God, that's your girl. Girlies come up to them, oh, that's your girl. What do I get to show for it?
I would much rather be single than stuck in something that isn't fulfilling. I would much rather be single than married to a partner that it isn't equitable. I would much rather be.
What happened, man? I drank a little bit of water and I felt like I was getting yelled at. Man, it was I felt like I was a boyfriend for a second. It's like PTSD or something. What's going on? Why is she screaming?
Single than be lonely in my relationship. We treat singledom as if it is this curse, as if you are unpicked or unwanted or undesirable. And it's like, maybe she just didn't settle.
If she can't find a man because she won't settle, then that means
First of all, we're not going to just slide by that. Hold up. Wait a minute. This is your queen? Hey, come get your girl. Hey, females, come get your girl. Why is she complaining? She needs to at least hit the gym and start eating kale. Let's be real. You know what I'm saying? Let's be real because, you know, whew, it ain't looking too good. It ain't looking too good. All right, let me stop. I'm just saying she can do better. Just, all right.
Maybe she just didn't settle.
if she can't find a man because she won't settle, then that means the men she wants don't want her. So yes, she is unpicked, unwanted, and undesirable.
Yes.
Because the men she wants
That's
don't
it.
want her.
That's
I
it.
cannot stress this enough.
Nailed
Men are
it.
not worth settling for in any circumstance, any way, shape, or form. It's not
Thanks,
worth
sweetheart.
it. Like, we're so indoctrinated to believe that, like, we have to get married. We have to, like, aspire to, like, having a relationship, having a man in our lives. Like, the goal shouldn't be to get married. The goal should be to be happy. So if a man in your life is not making your life better, easier, happier, more enjoyable, like, there's no reason he should be in your life. At least when men settle for a partner, they get like a personal assistant, a house manager, a nanny, a chef, a therapist.
No. Let's stop. Okay? When you're our partner, you're adding to our peace. We don't need you to challenge us, coach us through anything, make us into a better version of ourselves. We have God. When you assume the role of God, you should automatically know things are all messed up. But if you didn't know, now you know. Slow down. Be easy. Okay?
What do women
better.
get when we settle for a man that treats us like less than the way that we want to be treated? We get emotionally, physically, mentally drained. It is not worth it. Once you get to the like mindset that like men are not worth settling for, that is when you get the good men, because they're the only ones that you'll accept.
What you guys are not understanding about my hatred for men is that I still like men, okay? I will hate on them till I die. You couldn't pay me enough to post something positive about them. However, will I end up marrying one? Yeah, okay? And will I continue to hate on them until that day? Abso-freaking.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that is the majority of modern women. They just be talking junk because they don't like you, but they still want you, and they know they need you, and eventually they're going to want one of us. But until then, we're all her boyfriend. Y'all are all her homegirl, and we have to be tortured through all these videos until somebody takes her off the market. We gotta deal with this, man. You know what I'm saying? You heard what she said. I'ma hate on all y'all until I get one. But I still love them. This sums up our relationship with American women right here. You know what I'm saying? Especially American black women. Let's go.
Absolutely.
Can we please just normalize smart, intelligent women wanting to be stay-at-home mothers and working part-time like 1 to 2 times a week? Because honestly, like, the thought of having to wake up every day for the rest of my life and go to work in order to live and eat and provide for my non-existent children right now is really nauseating. Really, really nauseating.
If you never get approached by men in public...
Gentlemen, she was a nurse. She was a nurse, so you know what that means. Red flag. Huge red flag.
Or at a party or even on social media, this may be actually because you are much more attractive than you thought you were. Did you know that we are much more reluctant to approach other women that are incredibly beautiful? Rather, we play it safe and we talk to people that are usually on our level. That way, the rejection most likely won't happen with someone that is just average to them. There are so many gorgeous women in public that simply never get the time of day from men.
Hey, what's going on, sweetheart? How you doing? Oh, why was which part? Which part? Oh, the nurse thing? Oh, there's a few professions that are known for the women getting their back blown out quite often. It's what's the 3? Man, I just you put me on the spot and I just brain fog. Oh, it's nurses, warehouse employees. Gentlemen in the comments, what's that third one? Is it lawyers? Nah, it's something else, ain't it? I mean, that's got to be on the list too, but there's a top 3. I can't remember what the third one is. It might be lawyers, but it's definitely nurses and warehouse employees for sure.
That is because if they get rejected by someone that is beautiful, that will hit them in a spot that...
Oh, absolutely. Home attendant is definitely on the list. You know, any kind of physical therapist and, you know, any maid service or whatever. I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Is just unbearable. So instead of feeling down about the fact that you don't really get talked to at a party setting, or you rarely get attention from men on your Instagram stories, etc., it probably is that they are afraid to even talk to you because you radiate so much beautiful energy. So if you want to get any sort of attention, you may have to be the...
See, these women right here, these spiritual chicks that be telling you a bunch of hocus pocus, mumbo jumbo, they're watching us. And they're regurgitating what we say. They're watching us and regurgitating what we say and what they see. Now, we're telling y'all that we don't look at you like that. We're telling y'all that you have to approach us. And then you have this dingleberry over here, goofy goofball goober, telling you otherwise. Who are you going to listen to? The women that are slowly trying to kind of indoctrinate you into, you know, muff diving, you know, crunching, munching, and hunching, if you get what I'm saying? Or the men that you're attracted to. Think about it. Let's go.
The one to reach out to them first. Because you're simply too beautiful. I'm sorry.
If you enjoyed...
Deluded, delusional, crazy. You know what I'm saying? Gentlemen, get your passports. You know, stay celibate. If you can find a diamond in the rough here, good for you. Otherwise, you know what I'm saying, be on guard. I'm telling you, they're out here. They're getting it done. I appreciate everybody joining the live stream on TikTok. Peace, love, and light. I'll be back in a few minutes.
In this game, you gotta have that dog in you.
Made in America.